At dawn, when the first bell rang, no one locked a door because there were no doors to lock. In this village, perched quietly in the 20th century while the rest of the world raced toward ownership and ambition, nothing truly belonged to anyone. Not the houses, not the tools, not even the harvest stored in the communal granary. Everything was shared. Everything. To outsiders, it sounded like a dream or a threat. The village woke as one body. Children ate at long wooden tables where breakfast tasted the same for every mouth. Shoes were taken from a common shelf. Fields were assigned by rotation, not inheritance. If you worked the land today, someone else would work it tomorrow, and both would eat from the same bowl. At first, it felt radical, liberating. There were no rich homes or poor homes, no fences dividing neighbors, no whispered envy. When someone fell ill, the village slowed down with them. When a roof collapsed in a storm, every hand showed up to rebuild it before nightfall. But equality has a sound, and over time, that sound began to change. Small tensions crept in like hairline cracks. Someone worked harder, someone worked less. Someone laughed when they should have labored. And yet, at sunset, the reward was identical. There were no punishments, no private rewards, just the quiet pressure of being seen. Whispers began to circulate after dinner. Who was carrying more weight? Who was hiding behind the system? The elders reminded them, this village was built on trust, not measurement, on shared survival, not personal gain. Then came the winter. The harvest was thin. The granary echoed when it was opened. For the first time, the math didn't work. The village gathered in the square, breath steaming in the cold, faces tight with fear. There was no one to blame, no owner to demand answers from, only each other. And that night, something remarkable happened. Families voluntarily ate less. The strongest took the hardest shifts without being asked. People who had once done the bare minimum stepped forward, not for praise, but because the village was watching and needed them. They survived the winter. Years later, when the outside world finally reached this place, curious journalists, skeptical officials, they found no utopia, no perfection. They found arguments, exhaustion, compromise, but they also found something rare. A community that had learned, painfully and imperfectly, that equality isn't about sameness. It's about shared responsibility. Because when everything belongs to everyone, so does the burden. If this story made you think, like, share, and subscribe. And tell us in the comments, could you live this way?